It's sad news that TNT Sports, with the NBA, decided to go with Amazon and the others. It's sad. Now, Stephen A. Smith came out and said something dumb as usual. He said that they fumbled the ball. They didn't fumble it. The NBA don't want them to deal with them. It became about money, what Charles Barkley said. I think there's two things at work here. I think it's the money, and I think they want a younger Mike crew. They don't want Shaq, Charles, Kenny, and Ernie no more because they want people they control and manipulate. They don't like savvy veterans talking about how lame and whack the game is because they don't want people to really tell the truth. I do believe that's part of that. I believe the same thing that makes Charles Barkley a lightning rod is the same thing that they use against him. Now, there is no other cat that's in mainstream sports media that you listen to that really breaks it down like Barkley does. Shannon Sharp doesn't count. He cheerleads too much and he's too biased. He does good, strong football takes for the most part in things that he says, but he doesn't really have the balance filter that Barkley does that Barkley goes in, or how Shaq and them feed off. Well, Shaq will come on TV and tell Jokic, I don't think you should have been MVP this year. And told Donovan Mitchell, I don't think you're a superstar. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. The problem is that too much of this modernization shows are cookie cutter and cuddled. You don't get real voices and takes no more. Sorry, Dan Patrick having Reggie Miller to give a quick take or this person that ain't the same. You don't get guys that come out and say, hey, they suck, they not that good, they teared off. Or you get an extremist like a Mad Dog Russell who likes to compare everything to 1957, like him and Bob Costas were born in 1927 and they got stories. And there's an age difference, but this is the mindset you're going. So I like the balance. What made the TNT crews, they had real chemistry. They were real. They had real energy. NBA going back to NBC, which I did like Bob Costas' takes, and Marv Albert was there, but I couldn't stand Peter Vesey. He was a suck up. Marv Rashad, you know the whole thing with Jordan and all this. And I don't know who they're going to suck up to now because LeBron ain't going to be able to play but so much longer. I know he ain't going to get another deal beyond 2 more years. Don't see him playing more than that. And what they going to do when he gone and the other guys get older. So the thing is, it's just, and it was horrible. The finals with the spoke crew, it just was not good at all. So, you know, I think there's two things that work. And Barkley was right. They're nothing but greedy jive turkeys. The NBA, they ain't nothing but gangsters. That's all it's about. It's not even about and the quality ain't that good to be doing that. To be honest with you, if I'm honest, it ain't that. It ain't worth that. A lot of those games aren't tolerable. If it wasn't for the crew, I wouldn't even waste my time because they made the commentary made it worth watching than the actual games themselves. So you take that away and you make it into a faceless situation. Um, it's very deplorable, and it says a lack about the NBA. And the NBA is almost going to be headed towards like baseball is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be generating money and all that, but the whitewash and the lack of real quality play and the watering it down is eventually going to be its own undoing. I'm keeping it 100. I don't think it's headed towards the best. I think you're going to have a couple of teams that are going to be really good, but it's predictable anyway. It's predictable. And these heads on sticks are boring. I give Barkley his dap because he told you the Lakers sucked and he told you what was up and he said Boston was going to win. He knows the script before they do. And see, sometimes being smart and observant, and just because you're older doesn't mean to get off my lawn that you ain't accurate. You can tell when someone can play. You can tell these things. It's like when we have music discussions. People want you to sit there and go, oh, Taylor Swift can play two good chords if she's lucky on a good night. No, sometimes you got to rant and tell the truth. So you see basketball, you watch the game, you see how the refs are, you see how Adam Silver, you see how they dictate stuff. They want it to be a certain way. This ain't all just about the money, but the money played 90% of it. But it's also about the people presenting it. They want heads on sticks that won't tell the truth about how whack the game really is and how much it's gone down and the lack of cohesion in teams. There is a selective parity. But really, is it parity when the Lakers are always talked about, even though they're like the ninth, 10th best team in their own conference, which in English, they're probably like the sixth or seventh best team, which means there's no championship there. So stop talking about them. And Boston, by the default, wins, got a better stacked team. But people to sit up there and go, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, slow your roll. Slow your roll. So this is a twofold takeout. But it's all about the bag, and they want younger heads to dictate. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like. And please hit that membership, because when you donate, we get more videos. We have more conversations about things that you want to put out. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay up. I'm out. Peace.